My name is Marcus, aka they call me the Black Nova, and this is my show Spitfire. Today, it's not a good day, people. I'll tell you why. As I study the numbers on how many kids have been abducted, just in the year of 2017, we had 464,324 kids come up missing. Now, with a number like that, you would expect that somebody would be talking about this. But no one is. I'm not going to stop talking about it till somebody tells me why we have this many kids coming up missing. And it's not an epidemic. It's not something that we need to really be watching. It's not something that's put on TV each and every day. But looking at those numbers, I look at the difference. Even though white people claim to be the majority of the people here in America, their number of children being abducted and missing is far less than the number of black people. And I'm saying to myself, how is that possible? How can a majority race have the least amount of kids missing? I mean, according to the numbers, it says that for every black person, there's several white people. So if that's the case, how is it that our kids are the ones coming up missing? Now, I know some people are going to get on here and say, well, oh, he's playing the race card, black, white, this, that. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm a life person first. Everything with me is about life. I see no black, I see no white, I see gray. Everybody's gray to me. And I treat everybody accordingly. I believe in love 100%. But I believe in fairness. I believe in equality. I believe in everything righteous. And some of the stuff that you say righteous makes you look a certain type of way. And I'm okay with that. Today is just a hard day for me. I'm on my medicine ball today because, I'm feeling some type of way. And the reason I'm feeling some type of way is because I look at the fact that these children are coming up missing. And half the time we don't even see the children that are disappearing. Only the people that are close to them, like their family and friends. It's not widespread. Why don't we have a channel where all day long we just play the pictures of missing children all day? Not just for one day, not just for a week, not for a month, but year round. Because some of these people are going to take these kids and they're going to disappear. And they're going to reappear at some point in time. And with that being said, maybe we need to have a channel where somebody might be watching that channel and say, hey, that's that kid down the street. I'm going to call. Why haven't somebody thought of this besides me? Why haven't the news stations thought of, something like this? Why haven't the police or the government, the president? It just amazes me that those are just the numbers for 1 year. So if you did from, let's say, 1970 all the way to now, I really wonder what the number would be. It saddens me that we live in one of the richest countries, one of the most dominant nations, and we treat our children like they're misfits. Like they're unimportant until they become adults and until they can start putting money towards government enlightenment and enrichment. Until you can start collecting a check where we can take taxes, you're meaningless. And if somebody feels any way differently, prove it to me. Because I can prove it to you right now, just with the numbers. Nothing is being said. But if these people were paying taxes or something, somebody would say something. The fact remains is we live in a nation where we just talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. We claim to be a superpower, but what are we a superpower of? Our people are dying because healthcare costs so much. Our children are coming up missing, so the future is diminishing day by day, child by child. We only pride ourselves in material stuff and wars, it seems like. Why? I mean, we were not put here to glorify riches and material things and stuff of that nature. We were put here to love one another, to take care of one another, to appreciate one another. And right now, nobody is appreciating our children. And to the black community, I know I pick on you a lot. It's because I'm black, and that's what I'm supposed to do. Before I can point my finger at others, I have to point my finger at us. We have always been tribal, and tribes watch their young. Tribes watch their women. Tribes take care of their men. And right now I don't see that. What I see is self. Everybody for self. Nobody for tribe. And that's why we get stepped on, shot and killed, and laid to rest. Until we start taking care of ourselves, nobody's going to take care of us. They're going to see us dead in the street, they'll step right over us. They're going to see a man pointing the gun and know that they can stop that man by saying something, and they'll say nothing. They'll look at us square in our faces and say, well, if you did better as a people, then maybe we'll respect you. And the classic example was now they're sitting back laughing. And I'm not talking about all, I'm just talking about the bad ones. Sitting back laughing at, look, they don't even take care of their children. But they make it hard. It's always been hard for the black man. But women, you're making it that much easier to make it harder for black men. We need to unite within ourselves first. And once we do that, I guarantee a lot of things will fall in place. I started this show, Spitfire, for knowledge. Not just for the black community, but knowledge, just for everyone. I come on here in my free time, and I do this because I want to be heard. Because sometimes it only takes one person to awaken a nation. And if I have to be that one person, I will. But today, we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, what do we really stand for as a people, as a community, as a nation, as a country? To me, we're looking like crap. We should be the example, but we're not anymore. We're laughing stocks. Other countries looking over there like, look at them. They're killing each other. Every day. They can't live with one another. Why would we want to live with them? Why would we want to share our resources with them? They're not doing nothing but stealing from one another. And when they go somewhere else, they steal. We are known as the country that steals and never leaves. And if you don't believe me, just ask some of these foreign people that come over here. How do they talk about us in distant lands? I do. They don't trust us. but they live amongst us. That's funny. So people, remember, we can only change the narrative of what's going on now. If we love one another, and we look out for one another, anything's possible. But I challenge the police in my state, the police in all 50 states, the government in all 50 states, the government of this state, of this nation, I should say. House of Representatives, all that mumbo jumbo stuff. You old people need to actually leave, because you're hurting this country. And that's why all this election we had, if you really look at the narrative of it, yeah, those were a lot of women being voted in, but they were young people. And that's what people were believing in. An old person can't evolve. They've had their time. Some of them get stuck in their ways and don't see anything. It's time for you to step over, retire, make sure the new people come in has a good turnover, and live your days out in the sunset. You've done your job. But your lack of involvement has hurt this nation. We're still stuck in the Reagan era, and Reagan has been gone forever. So in closing, because this video is running long, and now my coffee is kind of little. It's not as hot as I like it. But in closing, people, in this day and time, with all this technology that we have, how is it that 400,000 children can come up missing and nobody sees anything? You can say that, oh, they run away. The runaways get seen somewhere. You can say, oh, they just, don't want to be found. But they still get seen somewhere. But how is it that these people are being abducted the way that they are and no one is saying anything? They're snatching kids out of schools. They're snatching kids going to take out the trash. They're snatching kids going to the store. And in this day of cameras, phones, and everything else, nobody's seeing anything. It's got to be one of two things. Either these people were real professional on a high level, or we're just being naive and just see somebody getting taken and not doing anything. In fear of, oh, I don't want to be that person who is the Good Samaritan and I get hurt. If you're worried about being hurt, you ain't got to worry about being a Good Samaritan. Good Samaritans is like heroes. It's what a hero does and what the other person don't do that makes them a hero. So if you're afraid of what the repercussions going to be and how this is going to happen or whatever, then you're doing the right thing but not doing anything. Me, I've thrown myself in many situations. I ran in burning buildings and burning houses, helped out with getting people out of houses and burning buildings, and I've done other things as far as I go out and I feed the homeless and I have no fear. And I go in some of the roughest neighborhoods. Because if you fear it, you're going to pull it in. And just like this whole thing I'm doing now with this YouTube stuff. People say, oh, it's backlash and some people are going to threaten you and threaten your life. Okay, come with it. Because I'm going to let you know, I'm not going down easy. I'm not one of these easy brothers that's going to let somebody come up and do something to me. I'm always prepared. So do what you will. But the bottom line is, we as a people, we are in a weakened state right now. If you can let somebody come in your community and snatch your children and walk out, you're just a bunch of punks. And for me to be on the voice right now speaking on it, you're a bunch of punks. Black community, I guess we have a little bit of excuse. There's no fathers there to protect. So no, you know what we got to do now? People with fathers have to be fathers to other children. You have to widen your pants. Spread out that belt and bring some more people in. Look out for somebody other than just your family. Because we are all one family. Trust me, if I seen another race child being snatched, I'm going to put my life in jeopardy for them like I wish they would do for my own child. And that's the bottom line. Now, if you like what you said, what I said, if you like what you see, you're interested in hearing more, I'm going to have more topics. I'm going to flip-flop a little bit. Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, thumbs down. Whatever you feel like doing, just respond. Trust me, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to be right here. And I'm going to start making more videos. And I'm going to start touching on more topics. And my videos is just what they are. I'm not going to be editing them to make them look perfect, sound spectacular, and look magnificent. Because that's fake. I've never been fake in my life. Everybody that knows me say I'm probably one of the realest people you'll meet. So if I stumble, if I stutter, that's part of life. You do that when you have conversations with your friends and family. So why should I change it because I'm on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or whatever show I'm doing or whatever social media? I don't care. I'm real. This is the real me. You're going to get the real every time I step on here. Nothing rehearsed. Everything off the top of my head. I don't need to plagiarize stuff and all the other stuff that people do. That's their thing. That's what they selling. I'm selling realness. And it's going to be raw all the time. This has been Spitfire. Have a magnificent day. Always spread love. And never let nobody tell you you can't do something. Until the next time, so long.